For question 1, we are asked to create a polynomial function in standard form for which the x-intercepts are x equals a, x equals b, and x equals c over d plus e plus f. So first we must substitute our numbers in. So x equals a would be equal to x equals 6. X equals negative b would be equal to x equals negative 5. And x equals c over d plus e plus f would be x equal to 1 over 5 plus 1 plus 1, giving us x is equal to 1 over 7. And these are the three x-intercepts that will be used. In order to get those x-intercepts in the polynomial function, we must use factor theorem. So in order to do that, we make each equation equal to 0. So for the first one, we bring the 6 over, making a negative 6, making it equal to 0, and that places brackets around it as it is now an x-intercept. For the next one, x is equal to negative 5, we bring the 5 over, making it positive, and making it equal to 0, placing brackets around it. And for the last one, x is equal to 1 over 7, we bring the 7 over and multiply it by x, which gives us 7x, which is equal to 1. Bring the 1 over, making it negative 1, make it equal to 0, and we place brackets around it. So therefore, we know our polynomial equation is f of x is equal to x minus 6 times x plus 5 times 7x minus 1. Now next, we must expand this, our polynomial function, to get it to standard form. So now this is the polynomial function in standard form. Next we can use factor theorem to determine whether our equations on the side here are indeed factors of our polynomial function, which would mean that they are an x-intercept. In order to do that, we need to, for our first equation, for instance, we substitute in 6 for x. So f bracket 6 equals 7 bracket 6 cubed minus 8 bracket 6 squared minus 209 bracket 6 plus 30. And we will know when we solve this, if it is equal to 0, then we will know that x minus 6 is a factor of our equation, meaning that 0 is one of our x-intercepts. So to solve this out, we just go ahead and do the calculations. So 6 cubed would be 7 bracket 216 minus 8 bracket 36 minus 1,254 plus 30, which then equals 1,512 minus 288 minus 1,254 plus 30. And when we go ahead and do the math here, we do get f of 6 equaling 0, which does mean that x minus 6 is a factor of our equation. And furthermore, when we go ahead and do it for our other two, we also do get 0 for the other two, meaning that they are also factors. We can use long division to determine whether all three of these are a factor of this polynomial function. So we can use a, for instance, which is x minus 6 is equal to 0. We can divide this by this to determine whether it is a factor or not. We will know if we get 0 remainders. plus 30. In order to perform long division, we can use the help of DMSB, which is divide, multiply, subtract, and bring down. So first we divide the first term, the first term, 7x cubed by x, which would get us 7x squared. That goes on top of the second term. Then we multiply the terms again, giving us 7x cubed. And then we multiply the 7x squared by -6, which gets us negative 42x squared. We subtract these terms, that gets us 0. Negative 8x minus 42x, but that's actually positive 42x because of the minus sign here. So that would get us a positive 34x squared. Then we bring down the next term, which is negative 209x. Now we divide this term by the x again, which would get us a positive 34x. Then we multiply 34x squared and multiply 34 by -6, which gets us negative 204x. Subtract that. This gets us nothing. Negative 209x minus 204x gets us negative 5x. Bring down the next term, which is positive 30. Same process, we divide this term by x, which gets us negative 5. Multiply, which gets us negative 5x. And then now we multiply negative 5 by -6, which gets us in positive 30. That has to be in brackets, so it's getting subtracted. Negative 5x plus 5x gets us 0. Then positive 30 minus 30 gets us 0 as well. Therefore, we have 0 remainders, which means that x minus 6 is a factor of 7x cubed minus 8x squared minus 209x plus 30, which is our polynomial function in standard form. Therefore, our division statement would be f of x equal to x minus 6, bracket 7x cubed plus 34x minus 5. So next we will factor this degree 2 polynomial, which would be 7x minus 1 and x plus 5. What this shows is that x minus 6, which is our x equals a, is a factor of our polynomial equation, which was shown when we did the long division and we got 0 as our remainder. These 7x minus 1 is our x equals 1 over 7, which is our x equals c over d plus e plus f. That shows that that is a factor of the equation. And the x plus 5, which is our x equals negative b, that shows that that is also a factor of the equation, showing that all of them are factors of the polynomial equation. At most, we can help verify our answer. So right here, as you can see, I've taken our polynomial equation in standard form, put it in, and we got our cubic function right here in the red. And as you can see, our cubic function does intercept the x-axis at these 3 points, -5, 0, 0.1430, and 60, which are our 3 x-intercept solutions that we got, therefore showing that we were correct.